White belts, blue belts, purple belts, brown belts, black belts. Who should be tapping who? How should you be treating your partners in training? Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to know, and it's not the easiest thing to determine. But what is best not only for your own training, but for your school? Guys, my name is Bill Jones, head instructor of top-level martial arts in beautiful downtown Cuyahoga Falls. I am a black belt under Master Pedro Sauer, and you're watching Professor's Corner. Hey, listen, if you like what I'm saying, do me a favor, leave some comments. Do you feel like you need to tap everybody in the school? Do you feel like you have to, make white belts suffer a little bit so they understand the ins and outs of jiu-jitsu? All right, guys, so this topic came to me from one of my students wondering, like, hey, as a white belt, should everybody be just tapping me out all the time? Or should, what's the right protocol for that? So this is my take on it. This is my opinion. So as a black belt, I honestly only tap out white belts when they make huge mistakes. In general, I'll take positions on white belts and I'll move them around a lot. As they start getting better, getting closer to blue belt, I'll put them in tougher situations. But my goal is to actually build white belts into skilled blue and purple belts before I really start taking it to them. And my purple belts can attest to the fact that, the day they went from blue belt to purple belt, the next time I rolled them, they were like, whoa, what's going on? This is a totally different situation. Because that's when I actually started tapping them, like a lot on purpose, saying, okay, there's, 5-minute match. How many times can I submit this human being? And they went from getting submitted a couple times in 5 minutes to a lot in 5 minutes. And why do I do that? It's because I don't see any point in submitting someone that I can easily beat all the time. A white belt, generally speaking, comes in and they don't have a lot of skill, they don't have any knowledge, so there's no challenge in beating them. I'd rather build them up to a skilled human being and then submit them on a regular basis before I try to just like crush their spirit as a white belt. And I think that this is why the school that I teach at is very successful, why we have hundreds upon hundreds of students who train with us and stay for long periods of time, because the white belts are treated as I don't want to say they're treated with kid gloves, that's not the right term, but they're treated the way they should be. They're treated in a way that builds them up rather than just smashes them down. Nobody really learns. So if you go in and you're training with a white belt and all you do is tap them and tap them and tap them and tap them, most people are not going to be able to pick up on what you're doing. The thought process behind people who do that is, oh, well, you felt me tap you with that, so you won't get hit with that next time because you felt it once before. That's not how most people learn, and that's how some people learn. But if you want to appeal and you want to have a school that has lots of training partners, which is the benefit of being in a large school, then you need to bolster those white belts up. And instead of just tapping them every time, as you put the hand in the collar and they don't respect the choke, let's say I'm in mount, I put my hand on the collar and they're still doing something weird, I just touch. I'm like, hey, check it out. Look, I could get you here. You've got to respect this choke. And then they go, oh yeah, maybe I should try this move. Yep, there you go. Boom, let's keep moving. That's a way better thing, is to just alert them to the problem, because they're not recognizing it. It's like trying to put a math problem on a board and that maybe has some elements to it. You're asking them to solve for like second and third derivative, and they don't even know multiplication and division. You're asking them to set up complicated finishes in a chess match, and they don't even understand what the pieces do. So it's really important to make sure that your white belts, and I would argue even blue belts up to probably mid blue to high blue, understand all the pieces of jiu-jitsu. I would say until they get to about purple belt, they're not even playing, like if they're playing chess, they're not even playing with like a full board of pieces. It's not until they get to purple belt that they even start finding their game and understanding, like, okay, cool, I know what every single piece does and I have every single piece on the board. Let's play this game. That's where the purple belt begins. So the next time you're about to smash on a white belt, or just kind of like just keep beating them over and over and over again, stop and say, maybe I should be helping this person. There's no point in just crushing them. Guys, what do you think about this, though? I'm really curious because different gyms and different schools have different perspectives on it. So I'm really curious to hear what your perspectives are and what other schools do. Guys, my name is Bill Jones. This has been Professor's Corner. Thanks for watching.